Sitting here naked, sitting here hooked, gonna get swallowed by an ancient book. Sitting here starving, sitting here stuffed, looking for my diamond, feeling rough like a scarecrow, in love with a crow. Can't remember if I just don't know. My hands, they tremble like a wind-blown rose. Every day is an overdose, and I feel like I'm walking on air, like I'm falling downstairs in the basement. In the basement, in the basement, I'm sitting here broken, sitting here healed, sitting here betting down the line. I know the deal. I've never been a man much for according to plan. Now I'd rather take a chance than make a stand. Better than fading like a goddamn flower. It's better than sitting here 60 miles an hour. I need a little hallelujah to get the medicine down. God, if you can do, put me back on the ground. 'Cause I feel like I'm walking on air, like I'm downstairs in the basement, in the basement, in the basement. I'm sitting here walking down a familiar lane. There's a camera, microphones, everyone's just out of frame. I'm all alone. It's a soliloquy. Nobody says nothing. If I say line, please, and I say cut, but they keep rolling. I got my thumb out, but nobody's slowing, and everyone seems so happy, like they know where they're going. They can all just be acting, there's no way of knowing. But I feel like I'm walking on air, like I'm falling downstairs in the basement. In the basement, in the basement. I didn't even pay him to bring this up. That's really awesome. Normally I have to pay people to bring it up. Bakerball.com, ladies and gentlemen. This sport is going to be it. My brothers and I invented this sport in our backyard, and it was about 5 years ago, and still to this very, very day, many a night you'll see cars pulled up around the Baker Ball court with headlights shining down on there and a bunch of people screaming and drinking beers and playing Baker Ball. Not that you have to drink beers to play Baker Ball, but the cool thing is you can drink beers and play Baker Ball. It's not called Baker Ball for nothing. It's actually, the Baker Ball is a double entendre. It's Baker Ball, the one way that most of you know what I'm talking about, but it's also a combination of every sport that there is. There's basketball, baseball, soccer. There's a soccer goal. There's a basketball net. There's a little tennis net. You kick. It's like playing. It's like You take a rubber ball and you play tennis like soccer. You can't use your hands. You have to kick the ball back and forth. That's the simplest version of it. But go to bakerball.com. You can see a YouTube of us playing the game. The rules are there. Start up a Baker ball court somewhere in your neighborhood and become a part of the movement. And who knows, by 2012, if the world's still here, maybe we'll be in the Olympics. Thanks for bringing that up. Baker ball. All right, here's another. My last song today will be the first song on Folk Singer. It's a song called Tombstone. These are some of the things I wouldn't mind if they were written on my tombstone when the day comes. First he didn't know that he didn't know. Then he didn't know, but he knew that he didn't know. Later he knew, but he didn't know that he knew. At last he knew, and he knew that he knew. Come on, these are all sing-alongs. It doesn't get any easier than that. I'll give you another try. First he didn't know that he didn't know. And then he didn't know, but he knew that he didn't know. And later he knew, but he didn't know that he knew. And at last he knew, and he knew that he knew. He was not alone. Put that on my tombstone. He rode every road and he rode down the river and sang every song that he sung to the lover that left from the ledge and hung up in the night. He took it and shook it as he looked for the light that couldn't be shown. Put that on my tombstone. If somebody laughed, he'd second the motion. Though he defied it, believed deep in the notion that to write the line where the sky meets the ocean, you gotta breathe in the air like it's some kind of potion. Each breath a wild wind blows. Yeah, put that on my tombstone. The good fight and he fled without grieving. In small-minded rooms he said, I believe I'll be leaving. And he hung his hat where the woman he loved knew how to take it. Enough is enough. Yeah, he was not unknown. Put that on my tombstone.
Nathan in the November issue of Relics as well.
Awesome.
And we'll see you Wednesday.
And we'll see you Wednesday.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, Bell House.
The Bell House. Surprise me, Mr. Davis.
Brooklyn.
Which is Nathan the Smith and Martha.
Good work.
Okay.